The most anticipated SUVs of 2025. From luxury three-rows and off-roaders to performance SUVs and compact EVs, 2025 promises to be exciting for SUV lovers. So stay tuned as we explore some top SUVs. And of course, you should like and subscribe to this video so you don't miss out on content like this. Let's start off with the all-new Hyundai Ioniq 9. Hyundai has earned praise for its Ioniq lineup, but the Ioniq 9 takes design to a whole new level. With a sleek and futuristic design, the Ioniq 9 makes you stand out on the road. And that's not all. Since it's a three-row, it's able to house up to 7 people comfortably, which means it's ideal for family road trips, even if you have a large family. But here's where it gets even better. The Ioniq 9 also comes with a panoramic sunroof that allows natural light and transforms your car into a lounge without even having to click a button. Talk about comfort. With the Ioniq 9, road trips don't have to be a bore anymore. However, the price can be quite discouraging, starting from around $60,000. But that's still nothing compared to the Genesis GV90. With a hefty price tag of $100,000, the Genesis GV90 is set to become the latest in a lineup of luxury cars from Genesis. But at that price, is it really worth it? Well, just like the Ioniq 9, the GV90 is expected to be available in both 2- and 3-row options, giving you that extra room for family and friends anytime you need it. But that's not all. The GV90 houses an electric motor on each axle, so you get a standard all-wheel drive with a horsepower rating of around 500. Imagine, your car could go from 0 to 60 in just under 4.5 seconds. Cool, right? That's exactly what the GV90 offers. It's also got a mileage of at least 300 miles per charge and can fast charge from 0 to 80 in 20 minutes, so you don't have to spend ages at charging stations anymore. Speaking of the exterior, it's just like you'd expect from any luxury car. Great aerodynamics and a sleek design. But what sets the GV90 apart is its distinctive front grille with LED lighting that gives the car a futuristic look. The aesthetic appeal is taken to a whole new level with the car's frameless windows and a floating roof design that ensures you stand out among the crowd. But for $100,000? For sure, there's gotta be better deals out there. Like the Rivian R2. Imagine you could get a car that can go more than 300 miles per charge, can go from 0 to 60 in just under 3 seconds, and has its own unique sleek design for $45,000? Well, that's the Rivian R2. This car is Rivian's answer to a more affordable vehicle. The Rivian R2 follows a similar design to the R1S, but with a narrower body. It has Rivian's recognizable quad-motor setup, which provides impressive off-road performance. So, if you're one for off-road adventures, the Rivian R2 might be just for you. Just like the bigger Rivian models, it comes with 2 battery packs, so it's possible to extend the range even further if you need to. The best part? You can charge this SUV from 10% to 80% in under 30 minutes using a fast charger. Imagine, all you needed to get your SUV all juiced up was a quick 20-minute stop. And if you're worried about where you can charge, no problem, because this car is compatible with Tesla superchargers. On the inside, things get quite interesting. The Rivian R2 comes across as a smaller version of the R1, but it's actually very spacious, with enough room for carrying gear or people. An interesting feature of the R2 is its optional rooftop tent called the Rivian Treehouse, which features a heated mattress, a lighting system, and even a big screen. Simply put, the Rivian R2 takes your camping experience to a whole new level. But would you be willing to pay $45,000 for it? Next up is Volvo's new all-electric powertrain, the EX90. Volvo continues its transition to an all-electric lineup with a new flagship SUV, the EX90, and they do this in style. The design is pretty much what you'd expect from a Volvo car, with their signature Thor's hammer headlamp style. Speaking of design, it's quite similar to the gas-powered Volvo XC90, but with a sleeker finish. However, since it's priced between $81,000 to $100,000, you're probably wondering if you could just buy an XC90 for around $60,000. Well, you could, but you'd be missing out on a lot of features. Now, while they may have a similar design, there's actually a lot more to the EX90. Starting with its more user-friendly design than most all-electric family SUVs out there. Rather than a traditional EV battery design, Volvo opts for a skateboard battery design that allows for more legroom across all rear seats. On the outside, it's actually a lot bigger than the XC90, although it tends to look smaller, and that's because of Volvo's new reductive design philosophy. Overall, it makes the EX90 look a lot cleaner and sleeker, but there's something that seems out of place with the design. I'm talking about that little taxi sign on the roof, and I guess you're wondering what that's for. Well, that's the LiDAR, which helps the car see things around it hundreds of miles away, night or day. And when it comes to safety, Volvo is king. In fact, the word on the street is that this is Volvo's safest car. But here's the kicker. The car starts at $81,000 and can go up to around $100,000 depending on your trim options. But if you don't mind the price, you should also consider the Cadillac Escalade IQ. With the Escalade IQ, Cadillac aims to address the fuel economy issues associated with the Cadillac Escalade. With a full charge, the Escalade IQ can go 460 miles before you need to recharge. Talk about efficiency! The design, on the other hand, screams luxury. It starts off as a 3-row SUV, a lot bigger than the traditional Escalade, but on the inside it's a lot more than that. It features a 55-inch curved LED display complemented by virtual controls. And if you thought that was enough, take a look at the second row of this car, which offers stowable tray tables, wireless charging, personal screens, a rear command center screen, and massaging seats, so you don't ever get out of your car feeling all stiff. Imagine you always got out of your car feeling refreshed and ready to go. Well, that's what the Escalade IQ offers you, but that's not all. The SUV is equipped with independent front and rear suspension, which, along with its front and rear motors, transmits power to the front and rear wheels seamlessly. This ensures you get that smooth and silky feel while driving, almost like you're floating in the air. But what makes the Escalade IQ truly worth it is its Super Cruise technology, which is the equivalent of Tesla's self-driving. Some may say it's even better. It uses a combination of LiDAR, cameras, radars, and GPS to give you a smooth, hands-free driving experience. With Super Cruise, the car is able to accelerate, apply brakes, switch and maintain lanes, and keep a safe distance from nearby vehicles. Perhaps the only question about this car is the price, which starts around $129,000. It all depends on how much you're willing to pay for a luxury 3-row. Perhaps a more affordable luxury 3-row SUV is the Audi Q8 e-tron, and this car ticks a lot of boxes. Starting off with its luxurious yet simple design, aims to improve on the older Audi e-tron. The SUV has 2 motors at the front and rear wheels that provide electronic all-wheel drive and a combined horsepower of 355. This means the car can do 0 to 60 in 5.2 seconds. Now, while that doesn't impress much, the interior of this SUV makes it worth every penny. The cabin has a very practical design with multiple high-resolution screens that include Audi's virtual cockpit and 2 mounted touchscreens in the center. A heads-up display and massaging seats add a touch of luxury to the car. The Q8 e-tron benefits from a flat battery pack, which means more legroom and a more spacious interior. Of course, this also means more cargo space that can increase when you fold the seat backs. On the downside, the car doesn't even get to 300 miles with a full charge, going just around 285 miles per charge. And although it can charge from 0 to 80% in 30 minutes, the mileage still remains a problem compared to other similar EVs. Getting the Audi Q8 e-tron will set you back at least $76,000. But if you're looking for cheaper SUV options, the Dacia Bigster is perhaps one of your best bets. What if you could get a family-size SUV with an electric tailgate, wireless smartphone charging, and adaptive cruise control, all for just $30,000? That's the Dacia Bigster, and it's Europe's cheapest SUV. In the last year or so, Dacia has been on a roll. The Dacia Sandero was Europe's best-selling car last year, and it seems like this year might be even better. While the name doesn't sound too exciting, there's actually a lot the Bigster has to offer. Although it comes as a 5-seater, it's quite spacious and a lot bigger than the Dacia Duster. You can find the Q in the name Bigster. This SUV comes with 19-inch wheels and a 2-tone paint job that makes it look anything but cheap. Dacia opted for an efficient hybrid 153 bhp configuration that should give you maximum fuel efficiency. On the inside, things get a little more interesting. Just like any Renault Group vehicle, it's clean and neat on the inside, but with a large, thick-rimmed steering wheel. Plus, it comes with a high center console that means you get more space out of your Bigster. But the best front row feature has to be the customizable infotainment screen that allows you to bring a bit of yourself into your car. The second row offers even more space than the front, and the best part is the back seats are foldable if you ever need more cargo space. It also comes with a panoramic sunroof that makes your driving experience a lot more pleasant, and adaptive cruise control, so you never have to worry about running a red light anymore. In terms of engine options, there are 3 available on the Bigster: a petrol engine, a 155 horsepower hybrid engine, and a 130 horsepower 4x4 engine. And for $30,000, this might just be the cheapest SUV out there. Whether you're looking for budget SUVs, 3 rows, or off-roaders, you're going to be in a bit of a dilemma as we see more exciting SUV options out there. From the luxury Cadillac Escalade IQ to the more budget-friendly Dacia Bigster, consumers are definitely scratching their heads before choosing a new SUV. At the end of the day, it depends on your preferences and budget. So, would you be willing to pay $129,000 for a luxury SUV? Or would you prefer something a bit less pricey? Let us know in the comments. And of course, you can like this video and subscribe for more content like this.